commonly asked question: where do I start the fodder journey? In our previous video, we highlighted on the background behind our maize project. Still, I want to pose a question to you as a farmer. Do you have a fodder plan, or your farm is on an autopilot mode? If your farm is on an autopilot mode, it definitely means you will fail terribly. Why? If you fail to plan, then plan to fail. And since as at Dairy Networks we don't purpose to fail, that's why we ask you and we humbly request you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share our content. What about I give you 30 seconds to do so? When it comes to planning for fodder, if you haven't watched our dry matter and dry matter intake video, you might not understand what we are talking about here. But the question is, if I want to grow maize for silage, like as at Dairy Networks what we do, how many acreage? That question is easier to answer. Why? Because we said we budget for about 20 kgs of maize silage per cow per day. Those are mature cows. So if I have 10 animals, I'm budgeting for 200 kgs of maize silage per cow per day. If I convert it annual, it means 20 kgs times 365. So I'm planning for about 7.5 tons. From the 7.5 tons, if I have 10 cows, means I need 75 tons of maize silage. Now, if I do reverse engineering, how many tons will an acre produce? If you're an average farmer, you should achieve 10 tons. Between 10 and 15 tons. If you are an excellent farmer, you'll achieve 15 to 20. If you are getting everything right, like this our maize crop, we expect to harvest something between 20 to 25 tons. Meaning, if I have 10 cows, I only need 3 acres of maize. If I have 2 seasons per year, I only need 1.5 acres per season. That's the first planning, the quantity you need. The second one is developing a fodder cycle. As a Dairy Networks, initially we are relying on outsourcing fodder. So it was like a kadogo economy. Kameisha, leta kengine. Kameisha, leta kengine. So, for us to get out of that system, we must have a fodder cycle. We have said that this project is in Nyandarua County, where we only have 1 maize season. But with good planning, you can achieve 2 to 3 seasons per year. So, you must develop a fodder cycle. It can be a season to season. It can be an annual cycle. It can be a 2-year cycle. It can be 3-year cycle. As a Dairy Networks, we want to develop a 3-year fodder cycle in the next 2 to 3 years. Meaning, at any given time, we have enough silage for 3 years. So even if we have 2 seasons will fail, we don't have much pressure. The second item, apart from the fodder cycle, is planning for the management of that crop. Managing crop is not as easy as managing cows, because where most of us fail is when we grow our crop, we don't do follow-up. We just leave them like that. And you end up, when it comes to harvesting season, or maybe you come to do top dressing, you are surprised. I want to give a case study of this farmer who once grew 50 acres of maize for silage. Unfortunately, the germination was very poor because the seed had issues. That was the manufacturer issue. Because you are sending people to scout, to supervise the project, they will keep on saying, oh, it's germinating, but it's a bit slow, you know. But the time he went there after 4 months, he realized if only I did a good follow-up, I'll have replanted again. Don't be surprised when we say the farmer only harvested 4 to 5 tons per acre, where he was expecting to do more than 750 tons, ended up only harvesting 50 tons. Sorry, 250 tons, which is 50 acres times 5. What a loss. When you're also planning, you need to ask yourself, what are my deliverables? Your deliverables are simple. The tonnage you want to harvest and the unit cost. As a dairy networks, our target is 18 tons. Luckily this season, in one of the fields, we'll score more than that. As we take you through this journey, you'll also appreciate our poor seed selection in 2 fields really costed us. One field will score more than 20 tons, the other will barely do 10 tons per acre. So that one means in one field we'll have higher biomass and lower cost. The other one will have lower biomass and higher cost. Planning is very important. At planning, you also assemble the tools and equipment you need. Have you planned for this season? What plans do you have for the next season? Remember, failing to plan, you start a journey to fail. At Dairy Networks, we don't want you to fail. That's why we are there to help you through dairy trainings, dairy consultancy, and we also have a mineral brand, Superforce Kiwi Nation. That's a game changer when it comes to growth, heifer growth, when it comes to milk production, when it comes to fertility. See you next time. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share this video. Remember to like this video. In case you have any query, get us through 0759 945 708.